Good morning, everyone. Thought I'd give you a bit of an update on how things are going around the place. After all that lovely rain, look at my paddocks. They're green. Aren't they lovely? Everything's starting to grow. I just moved the girls onto a fresh patch of grass. They've been progressively moving. They started over there and they moved down there. They came across here. So eventually I'm going to take them out there. Which means I'm actually really taking them the wrong way, going the direction I am. But that's okay. But look at all the little grass coming up. Look at it all. Isn't it lovely? So pleased. Oh, pumpkin. Or possibly a pumpkin. There's a few of them around actually. Cucurbit of some sort anyway. Yes, it's probably a pumpkin because that would have been where I gave the chickens a pumpkin when they were down here. So I'm going to have pumpkins growing down here. Cool. Oh, some over there too. Lots of pumpkin seeds germinating. Lots of little seeds germinating everywhere. It'll be interesting to see what comes up. Yeah, so we've sectioned off this little bit of paddock from the horses to let it recover, and I'll probably move the goats down here at some point so that they're closer to the house, but gonna let it recover a lot more, and eventually the poor horses will go back to their new home, or go to their new home. My friend just hasn't managed to organise a paddock for them yet. So I'm still looking for a new home for two ponies. So yeah, but check it out. It is just greening up so nicely. Next door's dam looks like it's pretty full. Ours was looking pretty full last time I was out there. We've still got a few spots where water's lying around. And Gavin did a few walk-arounds yesterday to see where the water was lying. So you can see those in some of the previous videos, because we got a lot of rain yesterday. And it was good rain too. We got like 47 millimetres, I think. But yeah, good soaking rain. Possibly a little bit heavier than would have been great. But we need the rain. My neighbour's dam out the back, his dam's over there, which he only just got cleared out of silt a couple of weeks ago. His a video of that's back in the archives a bit. I'll try and remember to put a link to it. But his dam's full now, so that's really exciting. Really excited for him. I'm pretty sure our dam's so close to full it's not funny. We'll go out and have a look in a minute. My comfrey has recovered from the guinea fowls eating it. The pigeon pea hasn't. The moringa's still not doing fantastically, but it's not dead. It has got a few shoots, so I'm hoping it's going to start doing something. Oh, and I've got this water out for the guinea fowl. They've just got the nipple waters in the bottom. The roosters and the chickens are just going nuts this morning. Mr. Hugo. I really should move these guys over a bit too, actually. And get those ones out into a poultry net, a mobile pen. Yes, and the guinea fowl were happily trampling my gardens. All the birds. Can you hear that? Look a bit closer. Not the roosters. All the bees. The bees are just going nuts on this tree. But apparently it's not good for the... It's okay for the European bees, but not great for the natives. Because apparently it clogs up their hives, so I've heard. But... listen to all those birds. Is it a lorikeet? I think it's a lorikeet. Butterfly. Oh, it was a beautiful butterfly. And I missed it. Should come down and just do a video of the birds and the bees, shouldn't I? Not quite the normal conversation about birds and the bees, is it? Oh dear. My cassava has been knocked over by the guinea fowl. It's not doing very well. This garden bed is not doing well at all. I'm having trouble keeping the guinea fowl out. I need to put a proper fence up. Not like this little disaster area that I've got set up at the moment. Now, my comfrey is starting to recover. The Queen's Anne's lace is flowering beautifully. My comfrey is certainly coming back. The tansy's coming back. The roo's coming back. I planted some cucumber. I planted some more cucumber over here. I'm hoping it's going to kind of grow over the chicken coop a bit. Although the chickens are going to eat it as well. But although hopefully I'll have those guys out in a mobile coop soon too. I've got some tomatoes on. See, nothing's doing well over here because the guinea fowl keep getting in. I planted a basil plant that I had. I've really got to do something about fencing this off properly. And something got in there the other day that wasn't the guinea fowl and has done some damage as well. But it looks like my tomatoes are starting to fruit, which is lovely. My chamomile's flowering. Dill's starting to flower, which is unfortunate. I didn't want it flowering. The plants that I'm preparing for the dam, some of them are doing really well. Some of them are totally waterlogged, which some of them really like, which is kind of the idea. That one looks like it's died. This particular pot keeps running out of water. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's got a hole in it, that's why. Oh. Well, there you go. That explains that. Mystery explained. I had looked for that previously but hadn't seen it. I put one of my moringas in that I had been growing on the windowsill at Eagleby. It's had the top knocked off so many times, it's not funny. So I'm really amazed that that one's doing so well. But I've got a bird cage over it to protect it from the guinea fowl. Got an elderberry in there. There's also doing quite well. That was just a cutting that I grabbed from Eagleby. Elderberry grows fantastically. It's just such an easy propagator. So yeah, kind of pleased with how this is going. I'm really not supposed to be walking around all that much at the moment, but I keep doing it, which is just going to make it take longer for my foot to get better. I can't remember what it's called. Bunyannut. It's a bunyannut pine. It is actually recovering. It hasn't died. My ponytail is doing well. The olive tree's got huge amounts of new shoots on it, so I really need to get it into the ground somewhere. I need to decide where I want to put it. So really pleased with how it's going. That ponytail has just got shoots all over it. It's my only pigeon pea that I've got left at the moment. All the others have been eaten or trampled or something. So that's my pigeon pea. It's one of my basils. And I've got a pineapple in there, more Queen Anne's lace. This bed didn't do so well. Actually, there's another basil there too. It didn't do so well at all. So I've put some more wood chips on this, and half of it's just, it's not coping with how much it dries out here. And it got really dry. two times. Look at all these. Look at all these new seedlings. And this tank yesterday was right up to the top. So we've actually opened up the tap so that it's leveling out between this tank and that tank now, because it actually catches the majority of the water on the roof. My curry leaf tree has come back. Yay, it hasn't died. Excellent. I don't want to put that in the garden though, because that will just take over. I need to tip this out and let some water in it out, because moringas do not like wet feet, and that has got so much water in it. They also don't like having their roots disturbed, which I'm sure it's very disturbing being tipped over on your side like this. I've got to get that planted and into the ground. But until then, whenever it rains, I just tip it over. Right, the boys are back from doing the chores. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, over to check on this bed. It looks like my rosemary might recover. Might. Very loosely use that word might. That mulberry's died. That cat. She only tripped me over. This bed's obviously holding a bit of water. It's my calendula. My snapdragon looks like it might actually start to recover. Those trees have both died. My tomato. Now, this tomato vine, which had my first tomato on it, which was absolutely delicious, but very small, because as you can see, the plant itself pretty much died. But it's coming back. Yay! I planted out another chocolate mint the other day. That snapdragon's doing okay. I think this is a bamboo. I'm not 100% positive. Some of my oregano is doing okay. The dill's coming back. Queen Anne's lace has just not got any structure to it. But half of that is because the goats ate it. Oh, goats. I mean, all it takes is for them to get out for 5 minutes and they just wreak havoc. Parsley's doing well. Mint's doing well. It's recovering from the boys' gentle investigations. I need to get that ponytail planted because it's like dying. If I don't, it's got a couple of little shoots on it. All my mulberry cuttings didn't take that I took from the house, from Eagleby. I'm not sure why. Oh, well, aside from the fact that they probably ran out of water. So my moringas are doing really well, and I've planted one out. The lemongrass is doing well. I need to get it planted. The leukina's over there doing well. I really need to do something with it. So yeah, I'll go show you what I got up to the other day. And I picked up some plants from Tyler. He'd taken some cuttings from Eagleby Road and managed to strike them. Thank you, Tyler. You did a fantastic job. I'm so pleased because all mine died. It was very frustrating, but I didn't have time to look after them. So let's go for a wander out here. You can see lots of spots where the water was running yesterday. There's just a bit of erosion happening. That paddock was just a pool. Water was just sitting on it, which is better than water running over it. There was a lot of water sitting in the paddocks over here. Now, yesterday morning before I took Mum up to the hospital, I actually planted out some seeds and a few plants over here. Tyler gave me some rosemary plants and a lavender plant as well, which I've planted out here. I've put a little bit of horse manure around it as well as sprinkling some beneficial seed mixes. They're not going to be coming up yet, but so I've got a rosemary there, basil there, lavender. They're not actually cuttings, they actually do have roots on them already, so Tyler managed to strike those beautifully. Another basil. And then I just planted some various seeds along here, some cucumber. I put a couple of loafer gourds in, which I'm looking forward to seeing how they go. And I just got to check. I'll be back in a second, hang on. So I've gotten some seeds planted in here because I had the chickens. So those chickens, I've been moving them along this fence line. I really need to get a layer of wood chips down here It's just a matter of when I have time and the capacity to do so, because I'm really not supposed to be walking around on this foot. But I did do some yesterday, even though I really shouldn't have. See, I had the goat here first, so Davey came along the fence and cleared up a lot of the weeds. And poor Davey was getting drenched yesterday. So I put him over here with his chain short enough so that he couldn't eat my pumpkin. Although he doesn't seem to be all that interested in the pumpkin, strangely enough. They love pumpkin plants, but apparently are not all that fascinated by pumpkin vines. Surprise, surprise. See, so Davey's got a bale of loose in there, but that's the only place he had any shelter, because his spot over on the fence was actually just a pool of water.
What?
Yep. Actually, most of this paddock was about 1 inch deep in water. But pumpkin is doing really, really well. Really pleased with that. And a lot of that is because that IBC had a drip. So it actually watered it nicely for quite a while. So the other thing I did, not yesterday morning, but the evening before, was I planted out one of the mulberries that Tyler gave me. Thank you, Tyler. So hopefully that one will do okay. Looks like it's got a bit of a lean happening at the moment. But yeah, thankfully Davey can't get his head through there. And I got one of my moringas planted. So one of my moringas, and one of the rosemaries that Tyler gave me. So I just piled up a heap of the hay that was around here from the goats. So yes, that's one of the moringas that I've been nursing along for a long time. Hopefully it'll start to do really, really well out here in the paddocks. And I popped a couple of watermelon seeds in here. So I haven't checked on the girls yet this morning. Matthew's given them some hay. But yeah, so I planted a watermelon seed there and one over there. But I came out and checked on the girls yesterday while it was still raining, so I didn't bring my phone. Sorry, missed out. I haven't got a waterproof phone. But their entire paddock was just swimming in water. It was just all drenched. So it'll be, and where they had been, it was just saturated. See, I'm really hoping that area is going to come up really nicely. But even all the hay that was sitting on there has actually been moved a lot by the water. And I think the boys have gone and walked through it. But that's not tragic. The automatic water is working brilliantly. Their shelter underneath there was all underwater. So they had no dry spot there, which was really, really sad. But they all kind of got in underneath those two little... So underneath the shelter of that one and in that one. So I was really surprised that Marbella actually shared that much space with the other goats. So yes, the girls are going to have a bit of a problem if they don't have a dry spot for a little while. So I'm going to have to move them shortly. So it may not have been exactly 1 inch deep, but there was water pooling on the surface. So that area there, I mean, you can see a lot of it in the videos that Gavin did while he was walking around. I'm not sure how much attention he actually paid to this area with the girls, because I haven't watched the videos fully yet, because I was having trouble getting them from his phone over to my phone, and I couldn't do it, so I stuck it straight up on YouTube. And I haven't watched it yet, so you may have actually seen videos that I haven't seen yet. But you can see this area where the girls were, it's got green grass coming up already. Yes, but there were quite a few goats in that particular pen shelter yesterday. I think it was like 4 of them, because there were three were there. So they had Mary, Missy, and one of the Dolings, I think, were in that one, and then Marbella had the rest of them in there, which is, I was really surprised because Marbella doesn't usually share. But she did, so that was really good. But yeah, the poor girls, their entire paddock area was all full of water. So I need to get them moved again soon. Get them onto some fresh grass. And now the ground is so damp, I'll be able to put the tread-in posts in a lot easier. So that's a really good thing, especially considering I need to get Davey out of there, not Davey, a Bendigo out of there very soon, because he is just getting too big and too fertile. It won't be long before he's trying to mate with his sister and his mum, which is not a good thing. So I really need to take a Bendigo, Missy and Laura and put them into another paddock with Davey. Ideally I want to put Missy and Laura with Davey on their own first, but I don't think a Bendigo will be able to get anywhere, not with Davey around. I'm pretty sure Davey will mate with the two girls first. I should probably look at actually weathering a Bendigo, but he's so pretty. But Marbella makes beautiful boys. She makes beautiful babies. So yes, I've got the net grounding out in a few spots because it's just the net's wet and it's drooping down a lot. It's just not tensioned enough. I really should actually tighten it up a bit, and yeah, I might actually move it over. I might do that. Bendigo. Then the girls have got some more fresh grass, and I can take it over this way a bit and give them fresh area on that. I might do that. Might do that while I'm out here too. Okay, well, that's the video for today. You have a great day. And remember to like and subscribe. We're gradually getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. Well, we got 130 subscribers so far. So if you can like and subscribe to the channel and help us to get these videos out and share what's happening, and you can come and watch our journey, that'd be great. Anyway, you have a great day. Actually, I don't want to move them at the moment. They've just been given their hay. I might do that tomorrow. Or I might take them that way instead of this way. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, have a great day. Bless you.